traditions.
Driven by mission.
Transformed by learning and serving.
We are innovators.
Researchers. Explorers.
Change makers.
And playmakers.
Because that's what being a pilot is all about.
Offensively, the Pilots need to limit their droughts too many times this season. They have had 3 or 4 minutes without scoring, need to eliminate that tonight. The Bearcats come in with confidence and the ability to score, averaging 84 points a game. This will be a fast-paced game tonight.
All right, there's a lot of fun young talent from Portland, but lately Vince Delano has showed up, and he's been rewarded with the start tonight.
Guard Vince Delano, redshirt freshman who has come in, and he has proved he is ready to compete, runs the show, really good at creating with the ball, shoots the 3, active defender, averaging 8 points and shooting 40% from the three-point line.
All right, well, Willamette, they like to shoot from behind the arc, and leading the Bearcats in attempts, makes, and percentage is Ryder Shung.
Senior guard Ryder Shung, 3-point shooter. This guy's going to let it fly, putting up almost 8 attempts a game. He's got a really good handle, crafting the open court. He's averaging just under 16 points on the season.
Well, the Pilots are going to be led by Shante Leggins in his 5th year as the head coach here at the University of Portland. Has a tall task ahead of him, 4th season, but dealing with such a young team, 10-plus underclassmen, still trying to learn to mesh together, but he feels like they're on the right track.
They're on the right track and putting different combinations. We got a different starting lineup tonight. This is a group that, just has got to learn to compete for 40 minutes. They have shown bright spots throughout the season, just haven't collectively put it together.
Well, Portland's going to be in their home white uniforms, purple across the chest. Willamette in black uniforms, Bearcats in white across the chest. Let's get you the starters for the Portland Pilots. You're going to have Jermaine Balasager-Webb getting the start. Chris Austin also getting the start. We talked about Vincent Delano, Bull Dang Deet, and then Coleman Lemke is getting the start today for the Portland Pilots.
Fan favorite, and I'll tell you, Coleman Lemke comes in and brings energy. The guy can shoot the 3. He is really good, but he just plays really, really hard and does exactly what this coaching staff needs.
For the Bearcats, it's going to be Caleb Moore on the floor with Josiah Frank, Ryder Shung, A.J. Tenether, and Brandon Dantzler. Dantzler and Balasager-Webb go up for the tip, and it ends up in the hands of the Portland Pilots.
Willamette's going to start this game in a zone, looking to create. Portland definitely has a size advantage over the Bearcats.
Yeah, you're looking inside right now. Balasager-Webb has what seems to be at least 6 inches, if not more. Misses the bunny inside. Dang Deet with the offensive rebound and put back.
Dang Deet really smart of just following the ball there, rebounding hard. And you're going to see Portland go inside against this Bearcat team all night long.
Moore gives it up to Frank, back to Moore. Goes baseline, gets denied. Frank pulls up, free throw floater, doesn't go. Offensive rebound, Bearcats.
Good hustle by the Bearcats, getting to the rim. Now we're going to get a travel.
Travel call. That'll go against Moore. First turnover of the evening for Willamette.
Well, if you're the Bearcats, that's one area that you really have got to do a good job of, is taking care of the basketball and getting quality looks at the offensive end.
What are you looking for from Portland specifically in this type of game? You talked about the size advantage for Portland as Lemke lets loose from 3. It's long. Rebound by Tenether, but feels like this is a game where, I don't want to say get on track, but there's certainly things that you can work on for a team that has struggled at this point.
Well, let's be real. I mean, they're expected to win this game, and to me, it's not even about winning this game. They need to play well. They need to have 40 minutes. They need to share the basketball, collectively play together as a cohesive unit. This is a group that, like we talked about, that has had good moments, just haven't put it together for 40 minutes, and just challenge these guys to really compete.
Dang Deet using the left hand high off the glass for 2 more. He's got 4 points early on.
Dang Deet coming back to his left hand. I like his versatility.
Going up against Dantzler on that last basket, and the ball is loose. I think that pass was intended for Dantzler. Dang Deet, the Euro, and the right hand finish around the defender.
Euro step and a little bit of contact right there. Didn't call it, but Dang Deet off to a great start.
6 points early on in this contest.
Brian, to me, I mean, it starts at the defensive end for Portland. At times, they've been so good defensively, playing really hard, and then at times just not understanding, you know, what is expected, mistakes, cost easy baskets, and that's where they've really got to I think, focus tonight.
Frank with the basket from the free throw line. Second time we've already seen him shoot from there. That's going to be his bread and butter. Kick ball violation from Moore. It'll stay with the Pilots. 20 on the shot clock.
Delano, I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive, ball fake, you know, look to penetrate gaps against the zone. You don't just want to play, you know, ring around the rosy on the perimeter. You want to make things happen and make this defense shift.
And this is a kid that has been patient. Came onto campus last year, knew he probably wasn't going to be playing a whole lot, redshirted, and this year just has been taking advantage of the minutes that have been given to him, and now he's getting the opportunity for the start.
A lot of confidence right now. He's playing, you know, at a high level. He's running the show. He's scoring the ball. He's defending. He's doing everything that this Portland squad needs, and he's being rewarded with playing time.
It'll be a 30-second timeout called by Willamette as that last basket was made by Balasager-Webb. It's 8-2 in favor of Portland. Almost 3 minutes into our contest. Take a look at that last basket for Portland.
Balasager-Webb just using his height and strength right there. You know, but Willamette really at a size disadvantage. If Portland is aggressive like they have been to start this game, the inside game is definitely going to be points in the paint to Portland.
Well, after the break, it's Dantzler and the starting five for Willamette still on the court. Just sort of regrouping here and how to handle possibly the defensive pressure from Portland. Some of their offensive sets ended up in turnovers that I think could have been avoided as well.
Yeah, you know, you come in and you certainly don't want to rush. I mean, Portland's going to put that pressure on you. You want to stay within your framework and make things happen. And then you've got to be able to be ready to pull the trigger when you do have an open look.
You looked like Shung wanted to pull it early right there. Well, Portland came out to deny him. Moore in the paint, around Olemke, got caught up in the air, gave it up to Dantzler, and Panic shoots it off the top of the backboard as the shot clock was winding down.
Portland with just great collective team defense right there, not allowing penetration to get to the rim. Got stuck in the air. Just a good defensive sequence right there for Portland.
Gavin Weisweaver has checked in for the Bearcats along with Deacon Perry. Good high-low action from Dang Deet to Balasager-Webb, and a foul called. Balasager-Webb will head to the line for a three-point play.
Great set there. You start in a 1-4 set. Ball goes to the high post. Opposite post dives. You see it right here. Terrific job by Balasager-Webb, just getting inside position. Easy to. And again, this combination and size that they have, the Bearcats are really going to struggle.
Weisweaver gets called for the foul. That'll be his first, team's first. Balasager-Webb will make the free throw to capitalize on that three-point opportunity. Todd Jones will now check in for Balasager-Webb.
Todd Jones Jr. in the lineup replacing Jermaine Balasager-Webb.
So you've got your power forward and your center combined for 11 points right now for Portland. And Willamette sends a pass that goes out of bounds off the hands of Kai Brown.
I think he saw a shadow or something, like he thought one of his teammates was over there, but there was no one there for him to catch the ball. Portland, 4 of their last 5 from the field, getting really, really good looks.
In this type of game, as Weisweaver was all over Dang Deet, but shakes off the defender and slams it home.
Willamette's going to have to make an adjustment with the ball going inside, either double teaming the big, you know, with the guard, or double teaming with the opposite post player. But right now, it's just too easy if you were the Pilots.
All right, I asked you what you wanted to see from Portland as a team. Todd Jones is a young guy that when we saw him play in the early parts of the non-conference season, you saw the spark, you saw the bright spots. What would you like to see from him in a game like this as he tries to grow his confidence?
I think the biggest thing is don't get in foul trouble. We talk about his ability. I mean, he's really athletic and make things happen.
There you see it right there, the dime from Lemke.
And this type of a game can really give a guy like Jones some confidence. You know, it's 15-2, they're playing really loose. It's all the communication, it's all the little things that coach has been talking about in practice. And then, like I said, just being smart and staying out of foul trouble. You can stay on the floor that way. Jones
rips the rebound away from Perry. Dang deep up for three, and it rattles home.
Dang Deek so hard to guard because he can stretch the defense. Shoots the three, he can take it on the bounce, and he's got huge length.
Portland has 14 points in the paint. Outside of that three from Dang Deet and the free throw from Balasager Webb, it's all come from inside. As Dang Deet will chase down the long rebound.
Portland trying to push pace here. I like the fact that, rebound and run and be smart about it. You don't have anything, get it back out, run your stuff.
Portland is on a 12-0 run over the last 2 minutes as Todd Jones unfortunately stepped on the end line, and that'll be a turnover, which sends us to break. 18-2. Portland has come out quick and hot on a 12-0 run. They've made their last 5 shots. We had to break on ESPN+.
This is, again, a game that Portland should win, so it's working on the little things. It's, moving the ball, getting good high percentage shots, which they have done so far. But if you are the Bearcats, you got to take care of the basketball and get some looks.
4 new faces on the floor for Portland. Micah Ballou now on the floor. Vukashin Masic, Kelson Gebbers, and Max McKinnon. McKinnon and Masic have been regular starters for Portland, but did not get the start today. The pass goes behind Perry. He lost it, and a turnover. Ballou wanted to step into it. Teneth, they're cutting him off. And they're going to say that's off of Willamette, so it'll stay with Portland. 16 on the shot clock. Kelson Gebbers on the floor. We have not seen a whole bunch of him so far this season. A couple of games. He played against Princeton when things got out of hand, and he also played against Ohio as McKinnon with the floater off the glass for 2.
McKinnon just really crafty, little runner right there. He's deceiving, he can get by you, great ball handler, can really shoot it, has struggled at times this season. So you'd like to see him, right off the bat, get one to drop.
Perry driving. Jones was on his hip and will get called for the foul. That'll be his first and the team's first.
Perry smart of just creating that contact off the bounce right there. We talk about Todd Jones, he's got to move his feet, gets him caught on the hip, little crossover move. Yeah, nice finish right there. A chance to go to the free throw line.
Perry just a 45.5% free throw shooter. 5 of 11 on the season, so not a large sample size. But those are the first points, if you want to put it like that, in almost 4 minutes for Willamette.
Willamette loves to shoot the three, and that's the one thing right out of the, the gate here for Portland in the scout. Don't let them shoot the ball from the three-point. They're averaging almost 24 threes a game, and so far have not put one up.
That oftentimes has been the kryptonite for Portland. The three-point line, it seems like opponents come in here and they shoot it incredibly well. And so seeing Portland right now deny the three is promising as McKinnon sinks one of his own. He's got 5 points.
Portland did a good job of getting a paint touch. Double team comes, and then they immediate reverse the ball and get a wide open three. Great inside-outside presence.
Brown with it. Quickness. Ditched it off to Dantzler. Blocked from behind by McKinnon.
McKinnon's come in with great energy. Defensively coming from the top to make that play right there. Good rotation.
We've been doing these Portland games all season long. What do you think about the lineup change for Portland today against Willamette? Strong take by Brown, though, splitting the defense.
I like what Coach Leggins did here. You see, we don't get a chance to see him in practice every day, so there's just been something missing a little bit here and there. And last game, I thought Delano came in and was really, really good, and he gets to start tonight. And honestly, he deserves it. Playing at a high level, doing a lot of really good things, and that's this squad. He's trying to find the lineup that can get them going, and he came in with a great start tonight.
Turnover by Willamette as they stepped on the end line. Tanner Overby has checked in for Willamette. Portland shooting well right now. They've hit 7 of their last 8 shots from the floor as Isaiah Oakman has checked in. Masic gets the screen from McKinnon. Gebbers had it stripped away. Perry and the Bearcats have numbers. Gebbers stays tall and denies that shot.
Gebbers did a good job of just walling up and not fouling on that defensive play right there.
We haven't seen a whole bunch of him. We've talked about, or we've heard about him and his ability to score as McKinnon gets another three-point basket right there off the front lip. But I'm interested to see how he plays in this game and what he can provide off the bench.
Yeah, a little bit of shooter's touch there for McKinnon, but Gebbers has, you know, a really high IQ. He can shoot the ball, he can score. Really high recruit out of high schools, kind of been fighting some injuries here and there, and he's just got to get some game experience, and this is a great opportunity to do that.
Tenether steps into the three. That'll be the first three-point attempt for Willamette so far, and we're almost 9 minutes into this contest. Overby denies McKinnon entry. The pass to Oakman too far out in front of him. 20-point game inside the Chiles Center. It's 26-6. Pilots are leading Willamette. 11:31 remaining until halftime. We'll be back on ESPN+.
And enriching experiences that provide lifelong memories. We see a boundless drive to capture titles and serve as ambassadors on our campuses and in our communities. As our footprint grows, we continue to blaze our path forward. We are passionate, we are collaborative, and we are committed to excellence. We are the West Coast Conference.
Jersey Mike's slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice, oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice, oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's the Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Portland has hit 8 of their last 9 shots. Meanwhile, Willamette has hit just 1 of their last 7. These two teams are going in opposite directions right now on the floor. But what are you looking at right now, J-Mo, as you look at the stat book?
Portland needed to start this game by setting the tone at the defensive end, and that's exactly what they've done. Holding, you know, the Bearcats to 22% from the field. They have not made a 3, and that is their bread and butter. Great job by the Pilots, and then offensively just getting high percentage shots, shooting almost 74% from the field.
Dang Deet has 11 points so far. His season high is 12. His career high is 15 that he set last year at San Diego. And we're not even 10 minutes into this contest so far. Ballou, that 3 will be short, knocked around by Willamette, and Tenether will pick it up.
Good transition defense by the Pilots.
Overby to Perry in the corner. That'll be one and done for the Bearcats. You can see Portland trying to get Oakman the ball inside. Oakman with a soft touch with the left hand. He's got 2.
Oakman just smart. I thought he was going to pass it out, but just went to work, realizing he had a huge size advantage.
More in the paint. Got Ballou to jump. And just off the lip of the rim.
Willamette without a basket in 2.5 minutes here.
You ever been to a Harlem Globetrotters game?
I have.
When they put that plate over the basket so the Generals can't score. That's what that last shot sort of felt like for Willamette. They've gotten some good looks. Just sometimes it's not going down right now. McKinnon take all the way to the cup. It'll stay with Portland.
Oakman did a good job of just following that ball off McKinnon's miss.
.20 on the shot clock for Portland. Masic pulls up just beyond the elbow, off back iron, and it's Willamette basketball. Frank with it into the corner to Tenether. First triple for Willamette to go down.
Much needed basket there for the Bearcats. You know, they do have the ability to shoot the three, Brian. We talked about that. And when you have a team that can really pull it from the three-point line, they're never out of a ball game. So defensively, Portland's got to stay strong and be tight.
Oakman, good move towards the baseline to get around Perry. Looks like you're going to get a fresh 5 from Portland next dead ball. Frank, the high arcing 3 is long. And Moore had it stolen, but then he stepped on the end line and turned it back over to Portland.
Portland's bench has been good. I mean, they have 14 points so far in the game, and, you know, a lot of it's McKinnon has 8 right out of the gate coming in here, but Portland's going to get a chance to do a lot of different, or compete with a lot of different lineups tonight.
Delano, Austin, Balasegar, Webb, Dang, Deet, and Lemke back on the floor. Basically 2 full units for Portland getting action early on in this game. Balasegar, Webb inside, using his body, off the mark with his left hand. Clark, the hesitation. Picks up his dribble, looking for an outlet, finds Frank. 15 on the shot clock for the Bearcats. Frank in trouble. 7 on the clock. Moore drives out to Frank. Extra pass. Tenether, quick release. Got it. Tenether with 6 points now and 4 rebounds in 9 minutes of work.
2 quick threes for Tenether, just doing a nice job of continuing to move without the basketball.
Balasegar Webb fights off the defender and using the glass for 2 more. 7 points now.
Willamette just does not have an answer for Portland's inside game. Size-wise, at a huge disadvantage. They're going to have to double team or do something to make them get rid of it.
Tenether, somebody's going to have to get a heat check on him. He's got 9 points right now. He pointed to the end of the Portland bench.
Well, ooh.
No call. Delano dipped his shoulder a bit right there. Moore hitting the deck. Foul called on Moore. Dang Deet was trying to set up in position underneath. Just the second team foul. First one on Moore, though, in this first half. Fresh 20 for Portland. Now they've got Tenether and Dang Deet. Dang Deet got around Tenether, gets his own miss, and he gets fouled. He'll head to the line for 2.
Portland doing such a good job of getting the ball inside, one-on-one on the block. Willamette just does not have an answer. Portland doing a good job of just creating position right there. He's upset with himself because he missed that. You know, different situation, you can't miss those opportunities.
Shung gets called for the foul. His first, team's third, as Dang Deet makes the free throw. He now has 12 points in the contest so far with 3 rebounds and an assist.
You know, talking with Coach Leggins, we talk every week about this group, and he really likes how they're competing, likes their character. This is a group that it just, you know, they've only had a few months together. They're trying to figure things out, and, you know, sometimes young players just press too much.
Alley-oop action and denied by the rim. Ball still loose. Delano will save it for Portland.
Good hustle by Delano right there to keep that ball in play.
Wiggins almost had the alley-oop highlight for Willamette. $19-point lead for Portland. Dang Deet had the open shot, passes it up to Delano. Pass inside, Balasegar Webb. And again, the Willamette defense cannot get a stop right now on the block against the Portland Bigs.
Portland Bigs doing a nice job of keeping the ball high, not bringing it down. There's no double team, so just turn and go to work.
Ballasager-Webb with 9 points right now. 14 is his season high. Shung, the lefty, drives, gives it up to Moore. That three will not go for Wiggins.
Good ball movement right there by the Bearcats, just unable to get it down.
Ballasager-Webb, just 4 of 6 on the season. He decided to pass that opening up.
He thought about it.
He did. He hit his first 3 against Oregon in his college career. And Tenether, my goodness, he's got 12 points. He's 4 or 5 from behind the arc. But A.J. Tenether has also gotten hot for them. If you're Portland, what adjustments do you need to make?
That's a scout right there. All of a sudden, guy gets hot. You've got to make him do something different. Closeouts have got to be higher. They've got to be quicker, and you got to make him put it on the ground. You cannot give him open looks. He's got a lot of confidence right now.
He's showing out in front of the bench for Portland as Delano gives it up to Todd Jones. Pass inside to Dang Deet. Almost quadruple teamed and still got it over the lip.
One thing that I noticed, in that break right there is Portland's bigs have 28 of their 38 points right now, and that is not a stat that we normally see. This is a very guard-dominated offense, and the bigs have come to play today.
Well, there's our player to watch for Willamette, Ryder Shung. The quick shot from the top of the key makes the three-point basket.
I mentioned the three-point line, and you get hot from the three-point line, you get yourself back in this ball game.
Awkward pass from Jones. Ends up in a turnover. Brown gives it up to Shung. The lefty, hard take, absorbing the body from Jones.
Willamette, a little bit of spark here out of this timeout. Competing very hard, doing a good job of just staying with it.
Now Jones trying to get position as he moves around in and out of the paint. On the block, Dantzler tries to block him off, and he'll get called for the foul. So Jones will head to the line. Dantzler will pick up his first, and that's the 4th team foul on the Bearcats in the first half.
Jones just does a good job again. They got defense on his back, just a little step through, extra step. Finishes high with the left. A little bit higher on that board, and that would have dropped. Credit Willamette though, Brian. I mean, down 15, 5 of their last 7 from the field, getting good looks, getting out in transition, making things happen at the defensive end. If you're Portland, you gotta put your foot on the gas and keep doing what you've been doing. You don't want to take a play off. You don't want to get sloppy. You want to be collectively smart and play at a high level.
On a blink of an eye, Willamette was down by 16 points just a couple minutes into the game, and you think your inferior opponent, D3 opponent coming into the Chiles Center against the Portland Pilots, you easily could have put your head down, but instead, heads are up and they're playing hard here. Deep shot from Brown. Offensive rebound by Shung, gives it up to Frank. This one rattles out another offensive board.
Coach Leggins not going to be happy about that.
Shung with an opportunity, goes off a couple parts of the rim. Delano needs help, gives it up to McKinnon. Ballou in the paint, good adjustment.
In the air, body control. We've seen him do a few things throughout the season. Last game, a little 360 layup, but great body control and strength.
I'm very impressed with what he's been able to do. You and I have talked about it. We weren't sure what Ballou's role was going to be with this team, and in the early portion he's playing with a lot of confidence. You see right there he shoots from the elbow, and I think it started all the way back in that Oregon game.
He's come in and he can not only make things happen at the defensive end, but you see his ability to get to the rim. He's got a great little mid-range game. He can shoot the 3, but his ability to create off the bounce has been a huge addition to these Pilots.
Shung with 7 points now, all in the last couple of minutes. I mean, we've said it. There are a lot of bright spots to this Portland Pilots team. It's just getting them all to play together for a full 40 minutes as Masic hits one from the corner.
Masic needed that ball to fall. Struggled a little bit from the perimeter. Such a dynamic scorer. He's the leading scorer for the Pilots right now on the season.
Just the second shot of the game, and we're 4 minutes from halftime. Tenether lost it on the way up. Delano goes into the contact and just hangs on the rim and doesn't go. Bearcats are running. Panther smartly slows it down as Jones was closing in.
Good transition D by Portland, but even smarter offensively. Willamette noticed they did not have an advantage, kicked it back out and got a good, decent look.
43-27. Pilots lead with 3:03 left until halftime. But Ballou getting things done inside the paint. We'll be back on ESPN+.
There are captivating moments, celebrated achievements, and enriching experiences that provide lifelong memories. We see a boundless drive to capture titles and serve as ambassadors on our campuses and in our communities. As our footprint grows, we continue to blaze our path forward. We are passionate, we are collaborative, and we are committed to excellence. We are the West Coast Conference.
A little over 3 minutes left until halftime. It's a 19-point lead for the Pilots over the Bearcats of Willamette, 46-27. As we welcome you onto the bluff here in North Portland. And J-Mill, you look at the stats as we're closing in a couple minutes from halftime. What is really standing out to you?
It's points in the paint, Brian. I mean, Portland's just doing a terrific job of going inside, using their length. They're sharing the basketball, you know, and credit Willamette, though. I mean, you talked about the fact that you get down 16 and you can just fold. This group has competed. They're starting to shoot at a higher percentage. They're at 40% from the field. They've got, you know, 41% from the three-point line. You know, a few minutes ago we were talking about the fact that Portland did a nice job and they haven't even had the ability to shoot one. All of a sudden, Tenether got hot and, you know, kind of closed the gap a little bit.
Yeah, they put up 12 shots since about the halfway mark of this first half. Oakman steals the inbound pass. Goes all the way with it.
The big man for the steal and finish right there.
I'd like to see that. Ran that court well. Pass. Goes behind. The intended target, Perry, gives it up to Brown. Brown taking the block from behind by Ballou.
McKinnon gets beat off the bounce here a little bit, but Ballou comes from behind on that block. Good team defense and recovery.
Masic almost chasing that one down to beat Brown on the inbound. Tenether with 5 on the clock has to give it up. Some awkward steps right there. The three-point shot is short. Perry the offensive rebound. And they're going to say shot clock violation.
Good
I didn't know
call.
if that hit the bottom of the rim or not.
It didn't. That was a good call by the officials. That did not draw rim. I don't think it hit the rim.
Yeah, it was a tough angle. Portland has hit 5 of their last 6 shots from the floor. Masic left open on the near wing. Offensive rebound for Portland. Oakman goes baseline, now spins back into the paint, and the left hand is short.
Good move by Oakman right there. I love the ability to go back to the left hand.
Perry, the acrobatic finish, splitting the defense.
Perry's done a nice job of creating off the bounce for the Bearcats.
Offensive rebound, Oakman. Are they counting that one or what?
I'm not sure if
they're gonna,
they did count it.
All right. Oakman will head to the line then for a 3-point play. Upressa Thomas will pick up that foul.
Oakman again with the follow on the missed layup. Just kind of throws it up on his way down, heads up play, and gets it to drop.
Oakman already with 9 points now on the evening. Season high is 11 that he had against Lewis and Clark to open the season. Brown inside, Gebers lost him, but now Brown too far underneath the basket. Brown, the quick release, 3, and he's got it! And he gets a chance for the Covenant. 4-point play.
Tough closeout right there. Gebbers had to come from the middle of the paint on that closeout. Got himself caught in the air. Just don't want to foul a three-point shooter. You'll see him come all the way from the paint area, gets himself caught in the air, not able to land. Kind of landed awkward a little bit.
86% free throw shooters. Brown, and he missed it. No 4-point play this time around. Ballou, the take with the right hand. Too strong off the glass. Oakman there to clean it up. He'll tie a season high of 11.
Oakman again with a nice finish. Portland's guards missed maybe 3 or 4 of those layups, just a little bit short. Got to get to the rim instead of falling away from it.
Deep three taken by the Bearcats. And Willamette really going deep into their bench here in the first half. Foul's going to be called on the floor. It's going to be on 22, Brown. That'll be his first, the 5th team foul. Correction, 6th team foul.
Tough call right there. Oakman did a nice job of just nailing him with that screen right there, trying to go over the top. Brown just a little bit too quick, I guess.
Oakman with a hard screen right there. Masic caught in the paint. He needs to give it up. Pass to McKinnon, takes him out of bounds.
Masic needs just a little pocket pass or bounce pass into Oakman right there. Got himself stuck in the middle of the paint.
I think that's what him and Oakman were talking about on the way up the court.
A little bit better spacing.
About 8 seconds between game clock and shot clock. So Portland could have a final possession here. Lum will be short on that three. McKinnon with the awkward rebound. Moore steals it away. Back to Brown, back to Moore, and blocked by McKinnon. It'll stay with the Bearcats, 18.4 on the clock.
It looks like Masic is shaken up on the play here. Grimacing a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, his facial expressions show some discomfort. McKinnon intercepts the inbound pass.
13 turnovers for the Bearcats in this first half.
Portland has turned that into 15 points. Can they add on to it right here? McKinnon spins, gives it up to Masic. High arcing three, and he's got the bottom of the net.
Great little come behind right there, and that's all about getting a little bit of penetration to the paint. Designed for Masic to come behind, and 4 seconds on the clock, drains one.
Masic with 6 points and a beauty to end the first half right there. You talked about it, Jen.
Little screen and roll action right there. Gets to the paint, come behind from the weak side, and Masic high arc and nothing but net.
All right, 56-32. Pilots lead at the half. We'll be back looking at stats and highlights when we return. Points. Tenether has 12 points. Young has 7, along with Ty Brown.
Tenether 4 of 5 from the three-point line.
You have to think the Pilots will be focusing on him a bit more here in the second half.
Certainly got to adjust to shooters.
Frank will make the three. And another 4-point opportunity for the Bearcats. Lemke will get called for the foul. His first, team's first of the second half.
Lemke just got a little bit too close on that closeout. Kind of got him on the side. You'll see the high hand just on the way down, not allowing them to land. You've got to give them space to land. He's upset with himself with that mistake right there.
You can tell immediately as Frank will make that. And that's a 4-point play right there for Willamette. So now you're back within 20.
Coach Leggins, I'm sure, challenged these guys at halftime about putting 40 minutes together. They had a good first half. Can't be satisfied with it. A lot of different combinations. Will continue to play. Good hands right there by Moore.
Yeah, Moore slapping that away from dang deep. That basket would have been a new career high for him.
You just can't be complacent and just be okay with this. You got to continue to compete at a high level and do the little things and get better. Use this game to get better.
Delano pulls up from the free throw line. Off balance shot doesn't go. Tenether with another rebound. He's got 7 now on the evening to go along with 12 points. Pass from Tenether to Dantzler. Goes off the lip.
Good idea, pick and roll situation. Got a layup opportunity, just missed it.
Moore swipes it away from Austin.
Portland just, again, lackadaisical with the basketball, not being sharp. You got to catch and rip, do all the little things, no matter who you're playing.
Shung, high arcing shot. Had to readjust with Delano closing out. Delano almost slipped there, gives it up to Lemke. His first points.
Penetration to the paint, creates that three-point kick out. Coleman Lemke with a huge shot.
See him before every game, taking shots all around the arc. That's his specialty.
He's a guy that just continuously works. And that's why he found himself in a situation to start tonight, just defensively setting the tone for this Pilot squad.
He's always willing to do the extra step that his team needs. As that rebound, still loose, ends up in the hands of Willamette, and Shung, the quick turnaround, using the glass for two.
Willamette just hustling, getting to the offensive glass, making things happen, being scrappy.
Lemke, going back to Coleman for a moment, he's a guy that came in and a couple years ago knew he was going to be redshirting, was a walk-on for the Pilots, but his ability during practices to set himself up, run the defense how it needs to be run, be in the right spot offensively when you're running sets, and the coaches trust him. That trust grew over the last few years, and you mentioned it, getting the start tonight.
Well, he's a lifer here. I mean, he's come in and understands his role, and that's huge. I mean, when you got guys that understand your role and they play it to a T, and he just is a guy that never stops. I love to see him have success. And he's a fan favorite, man. He's been a fan favorite for a couple years. He comes in the game and watch out, this place goes wild.
Yeah, I remember him telling us his fun fact. He got a technical before actually having a minute of college basketball action. As Shung off the mark there.
I don't know if that's something to be real that proud of.
Well, he was celebrating a big basket from his team. Balasager Webb, silky smooth from behind the arc. That's his fifth three-point basket of the season.
I'll tell you, he's got the ability to stretch the defense. He doesn't shoot a lot of them, but he has been efficient.
Even Shante was all smiles right there. Dantzler came flying in. And it'll be Portland basketball as they're pushing almost 30 points now ahead of the Bearcats. Brown is in for more. 14 points for Balasager Webb. That ties his season high. His career high is 17. Lemke was trying to get a foul call all the way back near midcourt. Delano will get called for the foul. That'll be his first, the second team foul.
Got to play the whistle. If they don't call it, you got to keep going.
Barry 6 points so far, 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. And he will miss that one. Dang Deed going up against Tenether. He gets doubled by Perry. Delano left open, dead ahead.
Good double team, and Willamette made an adjustment at halftime, and I think it's a good one. You got to give it up, make the bigs give it up, and Portland just knocks down a three from the perimeter.
Frank tried to respond with one of his own, unable to get it to fall. Believe it or not, that was the first points for Delano. Normally active attacking the basket, but not so much today with the offensive sets for Portland and working the bigs on the block. Frank trying to get sneaky with it around Lemke. Hand off to Lemke. He'll go baseline, found Dang Deet, who was going to the basket. Another assist for Lemke, and Dang Deet now has a new career high of 17 points.
Lemke, just great job of the baseline penetration, good vision to find the tee up for the post, cutting to the rim.
Dang Deet also has 6 rebounds. That is a new season high. Great day for him. Good finish by Perry.
Perry's been good off the bounce. He's created, he's gotten himself to the free throw line with contact and fouls.
Yeah, he's got 8 points now in our contest, 3 of 5 from the floor. It's a timeout called by Shante Wiggins and the Portland Pilots. 71-42, Pilots lead with 14:57 left to go. Let the big man eat from outside with the 3 from Balasager-Webb. Mountain, and J-Mo, you were looking at the stats. What do the people need to know after that last break?
Portland again just shooting such a high percentage. They're 6 of 7 to start this half. And it's again about the type of shots.
My goodness, Todd Jones in the alley-oop finished the feed from McKinnon.
Back screen out of the timeout for the alley-oop dunk. Good execution by the Pilots.
Weisweaver checked in for the Bearcats. Brown pulls up over Ballou. Nothing but nothing. Good pass into the corner, finds Weisweaver. Bottom of the net this time for the Bearcats.
Good job of just staying with it. Again, they have the ability to shoot the 3 and shoot a lot of them.
Weisweaver only played a couple minutes in the first half, then got called for a quick foul. Did not see any more action after that. The runner from Masic. Portland has hit their last 8 shots from the field.
Masic just does a good job of creating. He can stop and pop. You saw him stop and go straight up in the air. That's hard to do.
Brown slicing through the defense. Tenether with the finish underneath. He's got 14 points tonight to go along with 8 rebounds. He's closing in on a double-double.
Tenether's been really good for them tonight. Obviously can shoot the 3, but you see his ability to make something happen as well on the bounce.
McKinnon drives, kicks it back out to Ballou, steps into the 3, rattles out. Perry with his second rebound, trying to take it all the way, going coast to coast. 10 points now for Perry.
Perry's got athletic ability, can hang in the air. He's done a good job of just making the Pilots pay for not keeping him in front.
Good showing by Perry tonight. Now got caught behind Jones, who flushes it home for his 3rd dunk of the night.
High percentage shot right there, I'll tell you. When you're getting layups and dunks all night, you're gonna have a good showing.
Jones now with 7 points. Got a free throw sprinkled in there as well. Brown tried to create some separation, and the block from Jones. McKinnon is running. Behind the back, trying to get around Weisweaver, and he'll get fouled on the shot. Going to the line for 2. It looked like Perry will get called for that one. His first. The first team foul here in the second half by Willamette, 77-49. Pilots are running away with it here inside the Child Center. Another look at that alley-oop finish.
We are
Steeped in traditions.
driven by mission.
Transformed by learning and serving.
We are innovators.
Researchers. Explorers.
Change makers.
And playmakers.
Because that's what being a pilot is all about.
Closing in on 8 minutes into the second half inside the Child Center. Yeah, well, if the crown fits, sir. 77-49, Pilots are leading Willamette.
I think that's Dr. Kelly's crown.
Yeah, we saw Dr. Kelly with a similar crown not too long ago. See if he gets that back into his hands. But J-Mo, I saw you looking at the stats. Willamette keeping a clean sheet right now here in the second half. No turnovers.
No turnovers. That's big. I mean, they had 13 turnovers in that first half, first almost 8 minutes. They've done a nice job of taking care of the ball. They've created off the bounce. You know, it's a 4-point game in this second half. They're competing and not giving up at any point.
Yeah, and what do you think about, I'm looking at the minutes played right now for Portland. Almost every single person that has hit the floor is closing in on 10 minutes for Portland. You're getting that much playing time, especially with the younger guys on the floor as McKinnon makes a free throw. How important is it for them to get that extended play? Experience
is everything, and that's what these games are about, is to get minutes for people that maybe don't get as much run in the big time games. But talking to Shante, there's a lot of season left, and he has a lot of confidence in this group. They've just got to compete and continue to get better every night.
Weisweaver missed it, and the putback by Kai Brown. I think he got lost in the shuffle on the way down the court, but the quick putback will send us to another break. 78-51, 12:23 left to go inside the Child Center. 78-51, okay, good. Dr. Kelly's got his crown back. Everything has been restored now inside the Child Center. Brian Slack and Jennifer Mountain on the call, and quick timeout called by Shante Leggins before that break. The transition defense sort of broke down, and he wanted to regroup with his team.
Missed assignment, not happy, especially out of a timeout. Just got to do a better job, and he's going to make sure that he holds these guys accountable and keep pushing them to get better.
Yeah, don't get complacent as you're up by almost 30 points. McKinnon's shot is short. Weisweaver quickly up the court, no look pass to Wiggins. Shung with a hand in his face.
Shung's got a really quick release right there. His shooting pocket ready to pull, and nice job.
He's got 12 points now. Mosh, it stops at the WCC symbol, and Oakman got tangled up. Wiggins wrapped his arm inside. Shung was also there, and they're going to mark that one down on Shung. That'll be his second, team second.
Portland's done a really nice job of getting a lot of different players involved offensively tonight. They have 6 players either in double figures or flirting with it here real close, and that's what this team needs. They have some depth. It's just a matter of getting some confidence and, you know, taking care of the basketball. And for the most part tonight, they've done a nice job. Only 9 turnovers.
Oakman with that last free throw now with 12 points. That's a new career high for him. Previously high was 11 that he set against Lewis and Clark to open the season. And now Frank in trouble, double teamed. Hurst across the timeline. Brown steps into the 3. No shooter's touch there. It'll be one and done on a quick possession.
Portland working on a little bit of full court pressure situation.
Oakman with another chance. Double team, gives it up to Ballou. Takes on the contact, but misses, never got it over the lip.
Real flat on that take right there, but I like the aggressiveness to the rim.
$15 on the shot clock for Willamette. Hurst with it. Now Shung, 7 on the shot clock. Wiggins going up against Oakman on the block. Wiggins having to adjust, almost had that one down. It was halfway down, then popped out.
Wiggins did a nice job of just getting that shot off, coming back. Good job of pivoting inside. He's got a big old smile on his face with Oakman.
I'm not quite sure how he got that one off.
Yeah.
Over that high reach of Oakman as he was going away from the basket. McKinnon using the screen. Gives it back to Oakman. Fought through some contact in the easy 2. He's got 15.
Oakman didn't give that up, and I like that. He kind of got bumped, a little bit off balance, but contained his composure and continues to go to the rim, and he's had a good night. 15 points.
Add on 4 rebounds to that as well. And Gabbers takes that rebound away from Wiggins. Gabbers, the corner three, sinks it.
There's that shot we've been looking for. He's got great rhythm. Good job in transition of finding him on the break. Gabbers finishes high.
Just his second made field goal of his young collegiate basketball career. And now I think he'll get called for the foul. It was Moore who was driving to the basket, and it is going to be on Gabbers. That'll be his second personal and the third team foul now for Portland. Dantzler is back in. Overby is back on the floor as well. He got lost in the shuffle. Steps inside the three-point line, and the lefty can't get it to fall.
Portland fortunate on that miss right there. Miscommunication defensively, but they recover and get a rebound.
Shung stripped it away from Masic, stays with it. Gabbers' three is short. Overby with Oakman all over his hips. Will get fouled and head to the line for two.
Transition D, a little bit slow getting back, and Gabbers kind of went out to the three-point line instead of stopping the basketball. Oakman was a little bit kind of caught on the back of his hip. Overby made him pay and just got it to the rim with, you know, had a step and a half on him in front.
Overby over only 3 minutes of action so far today, but he makes the free throw. Overby a lefty.
Got a couple lefties in the Bearcat squad.
So you forget about them sometimes. Almost like a left-handed pitcher in baseball. Turnover for Portland. And you didn't seem very happy with that lack of possession right there for Portland, J-Mo.
Just got to be more, you know, stronger with the basketball. They've multiple times this season, little poke checks here and there, and they get the ball taken out on the ball handle. Turnover situation.
Almost another one, and a foul's going to be called on Overby. Masic was trying to save it from over and back, although I think it would have been okay. I thought Overby touched it.
Better to be safe than sorry.
Correct.
But, got popped in the nose right there. Ball handlers have just got to be sharp and strong with the ball.
And Gabbers really hooked around the man right there on Moore. That'll be his third personal foul, the fifth team foul by the Pilots in the second half. Take another look at that last play from Gabbers.
Take a look here. He's going to catch and rip, and a lot of contact right there. He's just got to be smart. That's an easy call for the officials. You cannot lead with that off arm like that. Lower your shoulder and try to get by him and, you know, just draw the foul right there if need be.
Frank with it. Give and go from Dantzler back to Frank. Dantzler hit the deck. And Balasegar-Webb ends up with the rebound. Gabbers trying to get position early and often on transition right now. McKinnon, the three. That'll be no good. And that'll bounce into the bench of Portland and end that possession.
Not the best shot right there. You know, you got a big lead like this. You don't have an advantage. Kick it back out and run something. Gabbers did a nice job of getting position. They missed him down low, but just too quick of a three. You're going to get that shot in the 32nd possession.
Willamette has gone cold. Just 2 of their last 10. No field goals in almost 4 minutes. Moore trying to change that, and he will. That quick shot from underneath the basket beat Balasegar-Webb.
Moore just kind of sliced and diced right there. Got through the paint, hesitation, little finger roll finish.
Blue will get fouled.
Good thing that ball was going to be short. Multiple times tonight, guards short on that little floater to the rim. They're flying through the ball instead of up to the rim to finish.
85-58, Pilots are leading inside the Child Center. We step away on ESPN+. Is the score inside the Child Center. It's Brian Slack, Jennifer Mountain on the call with 7:38 remaining in our contest. Micah Ballou is at the free throw line for Portland as they try to push this lead up to 30. And J-Mo, I don't know if there's really much else to say other than that it's been a lot of Portland action here. They're out rebounding Willamette. They're out shooting Willamette by a large margin, almost 30 percentage points higher. And they've just been more efficient all the way around. Free throw percentage, they're shooting 80%. They're 8 of 10, 9 of 15 from behind the arc, and still 61% from the field for Portland.
Well, that's to be expected, right? I mean, this is a game that should be that way, and is a game that they should dominate. And you've seen a lot of different combinations. They've been able to play, different ways, inside out. The big men have been really good for Portland tonight. Guard play's been, very solid. And that's exactly what this Portland squad needs.
Well, you said at the beginning of our broadcast that they needed to play a complete game. There's still 7 minutes left right now, but how would you say the play has been? Has it been up to the standards of what you wanted to see from this team tonight against the Bearcats?
For the most part, I think they've been pretty solid. I mean, they have had a couple little droughts, not big droughts, but little droughts, and at times a little lackadaisical with the basketball, but for the most part, I think they've been pretty solid. A lot of people contributing, and I really do like the fact that they've tried to go inside, because that's a deficiency that they have, kind of had to deal with all season long. They need point production from their bigs.
I was going to say, you think that's something that you can get confidence from today to possibly implement and use more in your offense going forward? I know the type of opponent is not quite the same as you're used to playing, as Lemke missing the deep three, beating the shot clock.
Well, it definitely gives them a little bit of confidence. The type of player will be a little bit different. They're going to get some major size here in the next week, so that part's different. I mean, they should be able to go, dominate in the paint today. But it definitely, just even touches in the paint, which they haven't had a lot of throughout the season, have been big. And getting these guys with some confidence will be huge.
Well, Willamette is playing Portland tight here in the second half. They're just a single point behind the Pilots. So Lemke can't connect on another three. No field goals in almost 4 minutes now for Portland.
There's that drought we were talking about, as they just can't afford it.
Overby had it taken away by Delano. 3-on-3 action and poked away. It'll stay with Portland.
Portland right there did not have an advantage. I'd love to see him just kind of whip that thing out, pull it out, run something. A lot of times Portland gets in trouble by trying to, kind of squeeze through the defense. Credit Willamette, though. They've played tough, especially this second half.
Dang Deet inside. Got the best of Tenether. Dang Deet now with 19 points, and that ends a 4.5-minute field goal drought for Portland. Frank pulls up from the elbow. Balasager-Webb was fighting through 2 Bearcats.
Willamette just being the aggressor right there on the boards, just ripping it away.
Tenether tried to take it all the way, and foul's going to be called against Willamette. Tenether will get called for the foul. Just his first foul, but the 6th team foul for the Bearcats. So the next one will put the Pilots on the line with just over 5 minutes left in our contest.
This Bearcat squad, very scrappy. They're athletic, can shoot it.
Dang Deet trying to get position. 12 on the shot clock. Austin's been quiet tonight and had his pass broken up.
Chris Dawson needs to just pull that jumper right there. He's got a sweet mid-range shot. Coming off that screen right there, 1 dribble pull-up.
Only 1 shot tonight, a rebound and an assist for Austin. Brown using the screen of Dantzler. Sweet touch on that one over Balasegar-Webb. Brown now has 11 points.
That's a tough shot, Brian. It's over 6'7", 6'10".
7-1.
7-1.
Dantzler with the block on Delano. Frank, the transition three in the corner. Doesn't go. Dane Deet spins towards the baseline. Tenether got his hands on it, affecting that shot. Balasegar-Webb, too slow on a header, taken away by Dantzler. Brown, the jump stop. And the foul will be on Chris Austin. Brown will head to the line. He's 0 for 1 from the charity stripe today. 3:47, we step away. When we return, we've got free throws from the Bearcats, 89-64 inside the Child Center. We step away on ESPN+. It's a 25-point lead. And look at those socks right there. Doug Edwards with the fashion.
He was in a vest the other night.
Yeah, you're right, he was. Not afraid to wear out. Hey, you got to wear the fun socks on game day.
Absolutely.
And he's got them going today. It's a 25-point lead for Portland. They lead 89-64 over the Willamette Bearcats with 3:47 remaining. Kai Brown is at the free throw line. And as we close into the final minutes, what's sticking out to you in the stat sheet, J-Mo?
Willamette still no turnovers in this second half. And you know, it's a one-point game in this second half, and it's all about taking care of the ball. They've done a terrific job, and credit their ability to compete, stay with it, and just do not have the length and size to stay in the paint with the Pilots tonight.
You know, what did you like from Willamette in this second half? With that made free throw, they're technically tied with Portland in the second half, and with that make, they have a lead over Portland in the second half, 34-33.
Willamette's done a nice job of creating off the bounce, getting to the paint. They've swung the ball. They've been aggressive to the offensive glass. And I just think they've been really scrappy and gritty.
Out to Lemke. That three will go. Lemke with 8 points. That's a new career high for him. His previous high was 5 against this Bearcat squad last season. Brown just off the mark. Jude Harris is also checked in for Portland. Now he'll step into the three. Back iron. And he's got some touch. We've seen him in warm-up. He can shoot that three. Aressa Thomas just short on that finger roll. Aressa Thomas will get called for the foul.
Oakman leading the break right there off the board. Liggins is like, give it up. Find a guard quick, but did a nice job.
I liken that like when a lineman gets a football out in the field. It's like, hey, that big man's going to run. He doesn't get this opportunity very often. It's a 30-second timeout on the floor, 92-66 right now. And for Portland, about 2:45 remaining here. You'd like to finish strong. What would you like to see from them?
You continue to do what you've been doing. And I think you continue to work at the defensive end. You're going to get any shot you want. It's all about getting stops. Keeping the ball handler in front right now, I think, is something that they need to continue to work on. And not just tonight. The guards from Willamette have done a nice job of getting by, getting to the paint. And Portland has just got to do a better job of closing out, quick feet, and keeping them in front.
Delano is at the line. Only 3 points tonight. He's only attempted 4 shots. This will be his first attempts from the free throw line. But active elsewhere, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. You know, it's a bit of a different offense for Portland in this game. You've talked about it. Portland really emphasizing the play on the block and inside the paint, where normally you see a lot of guards taking shots for Portland, and that's just not the case today for Delano and the Pilots.
They got 46 points in the paint, and I don't know if I've seen that stat from the Pilots for a long time.
I know the Pilot faithful have been itching for a big inside to be a presence.
Well, they've been a presence tonight.
Delano takes the bullet of a pass near his head and ends up short on the layup. And that's happened so many times for Portland tonight, J-Mo. You know, how do you fix that sort of short shot for them?
Well, you just got to continue to work out. A lot of times, that one really, he went up, just kind of caught it off in the front part of that rim. But a lot of the shots that have been falling away from the rim instead of straight up to the rim. A couple of finger rolls have been a little bit short.
Oakman with a big-time block out of bounds. 16 on the shot clock for the Bearcats, as Lemke is taken out of the game. Gebers is in now.
Decent looking trap right there, just got too handsy. Harris is going to get called for that foul.
It looks like a bit of a reach in. Bearcats are in the bonus since that's the 7th team foul on Portland. Darren Lum at the free throw line. Just 3 minutes of action in the contest. Will miss the front end of the 1-and-1. Willamette has gone cold, though. Just one of their last 9 from the field. They've missed their last 5 shots. 2 minutes remaining in our contest. Oakman fighting off defenders on the left-hand finish. He's got 17 points.
Finishing left, finishing right. Oakman just doing terrific tonight.
17 points and 8 rebounds. There, he pokes it away. For the Bearcats, they're just getting some playing time for some of these other guys. No points on the floor currently. Delano using the contact, but it doesn't go. Bearcats are running. Momentarily, they've got numbers. Lum, the deep 3 doesn't go.
Deep 3, his second time down the floor. 5 feet behind the line.
Oakman goes baseline, almost so far underneath the basket. I don't know how he got it up, but it's a 9-0 run for Portland.
Spin move, I mean, just beautiful footwork. Haven't seen that too much this season, but he catches it, an automatic rip to the rim. Take a look, ball goes inside, reads the defense, and then finishes on the strong side with his left hand.
Nice work right there. Oakman with 19 points. That ties the game high with Boldang Deet. Both players are incredibly efficient right now. 16 of 19 from the field between the two of them.
So you're getting layups and dunks, you better shoot a high percentage, right?
If you're not, they've got problems.
Yeah.
Final minute of play. Harris, the 3. Can't get it to go. The whole bench was up. They were hoping it was going to fall for him. Now it's Willamette's turn. Got it! Stringfellow. 98-69. Harris, the hesitation, steps inside the 3-point line, and that one will circle the drain it down.
I didn't think he was going to shoot it.
Same century mark now for the Pilots. Tenths of a second between shot clock and game clock. Stringfellow gives it up to Green. Back iron, and a rebound for Gebers. Pilots can hold on to it, and they'll just dribble it out. A much-needed win for Portland after a couple of games that have gotten away from them. Hopefully they can use this as a platform to straighten some things out.
There are captivating moments, celebrated achievements, and enriching experiences that provide lifelong memories. We see a boundless drive to capture titles and serve as ambassadors on our campuses and in our communities. As our footprint grows, we continue to blaze our path forward. We are passionate, we are collaborative, and we are committed to excellence. We are the West Coast Conference.